Nothing too eventful happens at a stoplight, except one in particular. At this stoplight on a sunny California day, two men set in motion an incredible story without even knowing it. In the early 70s, Bob Hall was your typical motor journalist, a passionate man with a love of sports cars. From an early age, he lived and breathed them. He recounts long drives through the streets of LA in the back of his dad's Roadster. As he grew older, his fascination turned to what was under the hood. To Bob, these machines were, in every way, beauty personified. Later, in an unexpected career twist, he moved from motor journalism into Mazda's design department. Bob had always believed there was a gap in the car market, a gap for a sports car, one that wasn't about fast, but about fun. So he began to pour all his spare time into designing one. Early mornings and late nights became time hunched over drawing boards with a simple pen and paper. It paid off. He was invited to pitch his sports car alongside two others in Japan. Competition day came, and to everyone's amazement, a man who began his career writing about sports cars won a design competition against some of the best in the world. Bob Hall had done it. He had listened to his heart and designed the Mazda MX-5 Miata, the best-selling sports car in history. What most don't know, though, is that the Miata very nearly didn't exist. And it all comes down to that stoplight on a sunny day in California years before. You see, a man was waiting at that stoplight when another man in a sports car pulled up next to him. The driver had a strange request to swap his sports car for the man's sedan. Why? His wife had told him he could only come home if he was driving a family car. So one chat on the side of the road and a few signatures later, the two men parted ways in each other's cars. The man who went home with a sports car that day? That was Bob Hall's father. Now, if that stoplight hadn't turned red at that exact moment, the car swap wouldn't have happened, and Bob Hall's dad wouldn't have introduced Bob to sports cars at all. Young Bob would never have discovered his motoring obsession or gone on to design his beautiful sports car. And the world would never have fallen in love with the most popular roadster of all time, the Mazda MX-5 Miata.